Good afternoon, Lambach Lions. Today is Monday, October 8th.
In today's weekly announcements, there will be third grade crest and EL Academy on Tuesday.
Wednesday's Communication Day and Early Out. Wednesday, we will also be having Walk to School Day. Thursday, we will be having 4th through 6th grade crest.
Now let's get on to the area winners for this week. For this week's winners, we have
Miss Florian's 1st grade class, Mr. Moore's 2nd grade class, Miss Hansen's 3rd grade class, Miss Ison's 4th grade class, Miss Worth's 5th grade class, and Mrs. Swift's 6th grade class.
For individual winners, we have a tie in 1st grade. We have Chris from Mrs. Alter's class, Zachariah from Mrs. Cowan's class, and Alex Xavier from Mrs. Florian's class. For 2nd grade, we have Sky from Mr. Moore's class. For 3rd grade, we have Daniela from Mrs. Hansen's class. For 4th grade, we have Layla from Mrs. Ison's class. For 5th grade, we have Leandro from Mr. Breen's class. And finally, for 6th grade, we have Isbeth from Mrs. Swift's class. That will be it for the area winners for this week.
Make sure you take your ER test this week to get a better chance at winning for next week.
Now moving on to classroom events. In Mrs. Worth's 5th grade class, students have been making posters for the Harvest Festival that they plan to hang up all around the school here at Lambach.
To tell us more about this project, we will go to Miss Worth, who will be telling you all about it. Okay, my question is, do you have all the students make the posters for Harvest Festival, or do you just have student council? If so, do you trust them?
I have both student council or anyone who is interested, and yes, I trust them.
Okay, now we are here with Anna.
My question is, why did you choose to make many posters instead of just one?
We want everyone to know that we have the Harvest Festival everywhere around the campus, so more the merrier.
Thank you. Now for the joke.
What did the ground say to the earthquake?
What?
You crack me up.
In the riddle.
Many have heard me, and I will not talk unless spoken to. If you know the answer to the riddle, submit it to your teacher, and she or he will email the response to Mrs. Swift.
The winner of last week's riddle was Simran from Mrs. Worth's class. As a reminder, the riddle was, name one 8-letter word that has KST in the middle, in the beginning, and the end. And the answer was inkstand.
The correct answer for this week's riddle will be announced in the weekly announcements for next week. Now moving on to Golden Lunchbox. For last week's Golden Lunchbox, we have
Mrs. Florian's 1st grade class, Mrs. Throne's 2nd grade class, Mr. Utilli and Mrs. Mulville's 3rd grade class, Miss Ison's 4th grade class, Mrs. Worth's 5th grade class, and Mrs. Swift's 6th grade class. Remember, don't meow on campus, roar on campus. Bye.